In the eyes of their faithful fans, they are number one, but St. FX comes in as the underdog as they march towards CIAU glory. Led by point guard Randy Knorr, who led the AUAA in assists, and 6'5" swingman Fred Perry, who averaged over 20 points per game and a balanced scoring attack for the X-Men. The Lethbridge Pronghorns spent most of the season ranked number one under CIAU Coach of the Year Dave Crook. His cast includes second-team All-Canadian Spencer Holt and the CIAU's most outstanding player, Danny Balderson. Together, they are one of the toughest duos to stop as they try to finish out their best season in history. X marks the spot. The semifinal is next on TSN. Coming up, the second half of our doubleheader, the St. Francis Xavier X-Men, what else would you call them, against the Lethbridge Pronghorns, live from the Metro Center in Halifax. The place is still buzzing from game number one of our semifinal. Western and Brandon dying seconds. Josh Masters pulls it down at half court, puts it up for the Bobcats, and yes, they are off to the championship. A buzzer beater from half court. Did you ever coach in a game like that?
Oh, absolutely. We lost the national championship going for back-to-backers in 1974. A shot went up by the Guelph Griffins. A guy named Jeff Smith. I can still see it bouncing on the rim. The clock ran out, it dropped through. They won the nationals.
Still a nightmare for an ex-coach. I can see that. Let's see what unfolds in this second semifinal. We have SFX going up against Lethbridge. SFX, a great team during the season. They were 16-4 in their conference. They played in 3 tournaments, and they won them all. A good tournament team.
A guard-oriented team. Randy Knorr in the backcourt. Good assist man. Got 20 points last night. Jordan Croucher makes the shot right there. He's going to have a big defensive assignment tonight on Balderson. But Fred Perry Jr. may be the most exciting player in the AUAA this year. First team All-Canadian.
This is a team that will have the joint jumping third seeded, defeating McMaster in the quarterfinal. And there you see Knorr and Perry. Knorr playing with a sore hip didn't affect his game at all.
Well, the X-Men have always been tough throughout their history and their tradition. They'll bang you around and they'll take the bangs, but they're not going to complain. You'll see a big ball game out of everybody tonight.
Now, meanwhile, for Lethbridge, here's a school coming off of the best season in the history of the program. They get to the tournament for the first time ever, and they are led by one of the best players in CIU history, without a doubt, Dan Balderson.
Well, one of the great things about Danny Balderson, he is a super shooter and a great court leader. He's been very consistent throughout his career at Lethbridge, averaged 20 points a game throughout his entire career, not only this season. Again, Player of the Year in Canada. He leads a team that is fairly veteran in their status. That's going to be one of the advantages that the Pronghorns bring to the court tonight. That is, they have seasoned players in the front court positions.
A fifth-year player and a 3-time All-Canadian, one of the best ever in the CIAU and the best ever with Lethbridge. Well, you talk about the extra man, they are surrounding us collectively here at the Metro Center. Halifax, one of the best basketball cities in Canada. They come out and support this tournament year after year. Both coaches very well of the role the fans will play in this game, especially the coach of, if you will, the home team for this game, Steve Konchalski.
Well, hopefully the crowd's going to be a factor. I mean, we'd like to get the crowd into the game early, and with our athleticism, if we get out and start running, we can get the crowd into it and hopefully be a factor for us.
I think we have to take the emotion out of the game a little bit. I think if we allow the crowd to have an effect and do that kind of thing, upset us, let them get going, I think that could hurt us. So I think we have to be a little controlled early. Even though we want to play fast, I think we have to play fast and then control. If we do that, I think we'll be okay.
You've been here before. You know what Halifax basketball crowds are all about.
Well, they're absolutely sensational. It's going to be a big advantage for St. FX tonight. Dave Crook and the Lethbridge Pronghorns can say all they want, watching the passion in this building, but now they're going to be the subject of the ire of these fans tonight. It could be 8,000 people here tonight. St. FX is going to play to the crowd.
Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a great semifinal. They're packed. The band is playing. The fans are ready. They've even sold it a surgical dye, I understand. We'll be right back.
The CIAU men's basketball semifinal is brought to you by Gatorade. Is it in you?
Your skills can get you on the squad. Your coach can make you a starter. Your fans can make you hustle. Your team can give you hope. But when the moment comes, will you have what it takes to finish?
Wait, stop! Don't shoot! Do you have something less painful, maybe?
A crossbow?
Too messy.
A grenade launcher?
Ouch.
How about the taser?
Yeah, taser wouldn't be bad. It might leave a little rash mark.
Siphon Filter 2 is rated M for mature.
Excuse us, Mr. Logan.
PlayStation.
The new Dakota Quad Cab comes with a nice big bed and big back doors that lead to a great big cab for putting things you don't want outside, inside, and vice versa. Outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. Oops. That's better. The Dodge Dakota Quad Cab. Big room, big doors, big difference.
The University of Prince Edward Island used to be the best kept secret on the East Coast. But times are changing and our graduates are speaking up. When surveyed, our graduates give UPEI top marks for small class size, access to faculty, and quality of teaching. Survey results show high employment rates for UPEI graduates and a high level of satisfaction in the time and money invested in their education. For more information about the University of Prince Edward Island, call us today for your free information kit, 1-800-606-UPEI, or visit our website.
The difference between a house and a home, easy. It's a family. So maybe things can't stay clean smelling for long, but I don't clean so I can stand around and say, oh, that's clean. I clean because life happens. And Febreze helps. When smells seem to get into fabrics, Febreze cleans them away. Bottom line, it works. And using Febreze makes the whole house feel clean. Because I never know what's going to happen next. And that's part of the fun. Febreze cleans life smells out of fabrics for good.
Take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll start with the SFX backcourt. And I mentioned earlier, Randy Knorr playing with a bit of a sore hip, but no problem for him in the quarterfinal.
Well, he's a tough kid, two-time player of the year in the colleges. Did a great job at St. FX. He's become the leader of this basketball team on the floor.
And the front court, AUAA MVP Fred Perry.
Well, Fred Perry is a sensational player. Steve Konchalski calls him his best defensive player, but he won't draw the Danny Balderson assignment tonight because he doesn't want him to work that hard on defense. He's got to light up the scoreboard.
Let's look at the Pronghorns backcourt. And they will be looking for big things once again from Spencer Holt.
Well, Spencer Holt, a good running mate for Danny Balderson, keeps the defense honest. You start to leak toward Balderson, he'll hurt you with the shot.
We'll be talking a lot, in all likelihood, about the man in your left, Danny Balderson, CIAU Rookie of the Year in his first season. In his fifth season, he is CIAU Player of the Year yet again.
Well, it's unlikely Lethbridge can advance through this semifinal without Balderson playing a great role. He's had a sensational career. It's going to be fun to watch him tonight when all the marbles are on the line.
Coach K is on the SFX bench, and on the Lethbridge bench, Dave Crooks, CIAU Coach of the Year.
Dave Crooks, Coach of the Year. He has a great deal of fun coaching this game. He's a lifer too. He just loves basketball. Very grateful for the opportunities he's had and really enjoys his players.
Steve Konchalski in his 25th season, 485 wins, 8 CIAU national final appearances.
Member of Canada's Basketball Hall of Fame and the Canadian Sport Hall of Fame as well. He's had a sensational career in Canada as a player. He was the MVP in this national tournament when he played. He's won a national championship as a coach, and of course he served as Canada's national team coach throughout his career.
When they introduced the starting lineups here in the Metro Center, they proclaimed Halifax to be Canada's #1 basketball city. And there will be a lot of people echoing that sentiment here tonight. Referees, Roger Caulfield, Rick DeGagne, and Mike Thompson. The Pronghorns are in white and the X-Men in blue. You go back a long way with Konchowski.
That's right, we were teammates in university. He was a great basketball player, good friend, very intelligent guy. Got his law degree from Dalhousie University, but fell in love with basketball and made a career of it instead of law.
The winner of this game off to the championship final tomorrow against the surprising Brandon Bobcats, a team ranked 8 heading into the tournament. They knocked off the top seeds in the quarterfinal. And they are off to the final after a great win over top of Western. Ball head man up there to Oliver, puts it up, touch a little too gentle that time.
You can see right away, this is going to be an up and down paced game.
Oliver jumping up there with the attempted steal. And the ball comes up. And John Schritter with the first points of the game. Oliver has the lane, drives into the paint, dishes off. Oh, tough D from the Pronghorns. Number 55, Chris Wild.
Now that's one of the advantages Lethbridge may have in this ball game. They've got some size advantage down inside.
Wild with the block at one end, comes back with the basket at the other.
You see Wild make the score and then immediately pressure the inbounds pass.
Oliver trying to throw it up, goes out off of the SFX player, and that's a Lethbridge ball.
Pronghorns won't spend much time with this basketball.
Three-point attempt, and that nails the rim. Balderson with the attempt on the putback, knocked down by Chris Wild.
I'll tell you, St. FX is going to have to do something with Chris Wild. He's been a factor in the first couple of minutes of this ball game down inside.
Wild is a great athlete and a fine jump shooter. And you can see with elevation like that why. Knorr. Croucher bounces down into the low post, comes out, put up and through by Perry.
Tough catch by Fred Perry when you're on the move, going hard to the glass. Almost surprised by that ball, but was able to control it.
Ryan Hall dishing off to Holt.
St. FX very aggressive defensively on the perimeter now.
Three-point attempt put up there by Spencer Holt. And Wild there on the putback.
Wild dominating the inside play. St. FX cannot afford to go to the goal and rebound. They must check off defensively first. That means get their body on a man, then go rebound.
Nice drive from Oliver. Answers that back. It's a 4-point game. Lethbridge on top. Wild looking for it, but the ball pulled down and bounces out of play.
But take a look at Chris Wild now here. He's getting his way on the glass. There he goes, coming down the middle. Number 55 standing, watching the shot. Up he goes, and he slams it home. Great springs inside for the big man from Lethbridge.
Ball goes up, three-point attempt. Misses there from Hall. Up ahead for Croucher. Croucher gets it through. Right down the lane. Yes, sir. Fred Perry. Thanks for coming out.
Fred Perry, the first-team All-Canadian, moving well without the basketball in transition, playing the role of trailer and going all the way to the goal.
He just turned it on and came charging right down the lane and finished off. Here's Wild. He's been hot so far. 6 points. Didn't get 2 there. Knocked away. SFX coming back.
Both teams pumped up out of the locker room.
Oliver for 3.
Not shy. Nobody playing shy here. Up and down.
Baseline thrown back in by Schritter. Hall sets the floor, bounces down the low post. Schroeder off the glass, didn't get it to fall. Out of bounds, and that's an SFX ball.
Fred Perry coming down the middle right here. Goes hard to the goal, up, two-hand slam. Remember, here's a guy who plays on the perimeter. Great outside shot, good penetration off the bounce. Excellent leaping ability.
2-point lead for the Pronghorns. Underneath, uncontested there. And a miss. Ball up off the glass. Basket counts, and he'll go to the line.
See, Danny Balderson, if you're going to commit the foul, you got to get him up in the arms area. You get him down low on the waist of the hips. You get release on the shot. Look here. Reaches out, gets him down by the hip. That leaves his arms and his wrist free to follow through on the shot. He cans the basket and goes to the foul line.
Danny Balderson has one shot.
Lethbridge this year from the line, 72%.
Media timeout.
15:57 to go in the first half. And look at this. Picks up steam, and Fred Perry takes it to the rack.
We got fresh hot coffee.
Donuts, too.
A deli.
Soup and subs, too.
And a chance to win over $200,000 in cash prizes.
35 fabulous trips for two.
Robin's Donuts Street. Robin's Donuts Street. Robin's Donuts still rocking after all of these years.
St. Mary's University. Make us your choice.
I thought the university had a lot of support for athletes.
In Canada, definitely this was my #1 choice.
I went into business my first year, and I know St. Mary's is known for its business.
A lot of my friends have gone to St. Mary's before me, like a year or two older than me, and they'd really enjoyed their experience.
St. Mary's University. Make us your choice.
You don't have a... Thanks, man.
Things to do in Halifax. Paint yourself blue, go look at the Citadel, and, well, hook up with Alex J. Walling. That's always fun.
Thanks, Paul. Talking about blue, a couple of years ago, Fred Perry made his only national appearance. He didn't do that well. He wants to do better, he says. Also, I spoke to Dave Crook, who said it's going to be hard. The home team will be cheering for Brendan when he plays them tomorrow. So that's the comment from David Crook.
Fred Perry had a great season for St. X. His dad played in this conference, won a national championship while he played for the St. Mary's Huskies. Fred Jr. decided to take his game down the highway to St. X.
5-point lead for Lethbridge. And the baseline drive there by Oliver. The ball was pushed away from him. This is Hall, spins into the paint, dishes off, gets some support there from Balderson underneath, but that was pulled away. Ball comes up ahead to Knorr. He'll take it in himself off the glass for two.
Randy Knorr, he had the option of going back to Croucher, who was running the lane, but just tucked it up on the glass.
Spencer Holt off to Balderson. Wild with 6 points so far. He has the ball now. Off to a great start. 10 seconds of the clock, dishes off. Balderson puts it up. Wild. Second effort didn't pay off. Ball goes out of bounds, and that's an SFX ball.
Danny Oliver doing a good job there and blocking the shot, hustling on the glass, becoming a real factor down inside. Not as big as Lethbridge's forwards, but rangy, can get off his legs. They're going to have to rely on him to do extra duty down there tonight.
Croucher gets it up ahead. Perry, and the foul. Foul goes on Spencer Holt.
His first, team foul number 1.
Holt, a great combination with Balderson. He was a second-team All-Canadian in his own right. Nice little dribble there by Croucher, but lost his footing and the ball. And goes out of bounds. Well, it's the first time that I've seen Dave Crook get up off the bench. Very composed.
Well, he has a lot of confidence in his team. They spent most of the season sitting at top of the CIAU rankings at number 1.
Knorr gets it up. Good look there for Perry. Hall looks it up. Baseline ball comes back to Schroeder. And Schroeder runs a screen. Coming back through the other way was Ryan Hall, but a traveling call.
St. FX have played good defense now. They're heating up their defense, starting to communicate, talking, handing off assignments, pushing Lethbridge to the outside.
This is Randy Knorr. Very physical underneath as they try to free up Perry. Perry with the ball now, back out to Knorr. And he sees a lane, drives it himself, and gets the foul call.
Randy Knorr, the kind of backcourt player that can break your defense down. That means he can get in the gaps of the defense, take the ball to the hole, and take it himself. Look here, he goes right in the gap, down bottom of the clock, and has the strength in the upper body, absorb the hit, and still get the shot away.
Knorr at the line. SFX is a team this year, 66% from the line.
Second foul on Spencer Holt. That's a big one. He's a key factor in Lethbridge's offensive arsenal, so you don't want him to pick up the third foul, if possible, before the half.
And Holt checks out. Knorr from the line, cans that, 1-point game. Lethbridge leads. This is Ryan Hall. Is bouncing it down low for Wild, and he stepped out of bounds.
No basket.
No basket. Tried to run tight right along the baseline there.
Well, good move by Denny Oliver. He took up the real estate defensively.
Knorr drives off the glass, 2 points.
Very tough shot. Great athletic move by Randy Knorr, fading away from the defense and arcing it onto the glass.
And X takes the lead. They're up by 1 point. See if the Pronghorns can answer back here. Schroeder in the forest, trying to bounce the ball along. It gets knocked down, comes up to Knorr. Oh, off the backboard. Rebound, and the foul. X will go to the line.
Randy Knorr going hard to the goal, fading away again, having that strength to contain the basketball when they tried to strip it away from him. And he goes down this time. Look at Jason Harrison up off his feet, knocked it off the glass. Back in the hands of Oliver, who got fouled for 2.
The foul was on Schroeder. 2-point lead for St. Francis Xavier. And on the putback, jumping in there, it almost dropped for Christoph Stach. Underneath, and the foul called. Schroeder tried to go up and was reached over on.
See, one of the things that makes Danny Balderson so effective, he accelerates, penetrates to the basket, beats his man. Watch him beat the man, then he draws the help defender. Nobody left to play defense, enables him to dish it off to the open man with a better shot.
Stach takes the foul. Schroeder at the line. And he can tie the game if he makes this second shot from the line. Great start to this one, just like we expected.
Well, great pace. I talked to the coaches before the game, and Dave Crook and Steve Konchowski said, hey, our styles are pretty similar. We're going to get up and down the court. We're going to take it to you defensively, and we're not going to play a game of chess. We get opportunity to run, we're going.
Missed the second free throw. 1-point lead for SFX. Adams bouncing down to Knorr. Knorr led the AUAA in assists. Ball gets dished off to Adams. Drives through the paint, trying to cut his way in. Heavy traffic underneath, and coming up with the ball. Nice reach by Jason Kurzweil.
Good look by E.L. Adams inside. He knew that he had the big man down there. Put the ball right on his hands where he could do something with it.
Kurzweil, 6'8". Great reach. Balderson puts it up for three. Yes, sir.
He shot that from his belt buckle. I tell you, that's the toughest shot to defend because the defender's down. You have no time to get out of your stance and challenge when you release it from that low.
6 points for Balderson. Ball thrown up by Adams. And off the boards, pulled down by Schroeder. For three. Clangs off the iron. On the rebound, trying to go after it was Michael Myers. And the foul. Myers will go to the line.
St. X foul, Randy Knorr, his first, team foul number 3.
Knorr takes the foul.
Michael Myers.
And Michael Myers with 2 from the line. Don't know if we'll get a chance to see it or not in this game, but Myers was the dunk master out west. If you keep track of such things, he led the league with 29 dunks. I didn't know that was an official stat.
When he gets in the open court tonight, you are definitely going to see it.
So I don't know if they don't keep that stat in the NBA. The dunk stat?
Not enough room on the charts for that one.
One-point lead for Lethbridge. Adams gets enough room off the glass. A couple of players after it. Kurzweil couldn't pull it down as he did a few moments ago. Balderson for three. Threw up the air ball. Oliver comes back. Gets it up. Knorr dishes out. Oh, baby!
They're standing in Halifax. That ignites the crowd. That's just the kind of play that St. X is known for this year in the AUAA.
Denny Oliver. Harrison, nice little spin move into the paint, and then he's fouled. Pushing foul, and Harrison will go to the line.
Jason Kurzweil, his first, team foul number 4. Media timeout.
Timeout, 10:56 to go in the first half. Are you glad you came out? Just ask Denny Oliver. Takes it through to the hoop strong.
Clothes, wear them, change them, love them, move them. Cool. Clothes, wear them, run them, dirt and mud them. Liquid Tide, now that's cool. Unlike powder, Liquid Tide comes already dissolved. Go on, blow dirt away. Now that's clean. Clothes, wear them, love them. Liquid Tide keeps them cool.
Crucial face-off deep in the Rocket zone. Nuggets down by a goal with just seconds to go. Puck is dropped, and the Nuggets take possession. Cameron has it, and we've seen what kind of damage he can do. Now he's all alone in the slot. He shoots. He scores! And we are going to OT!
On the next Dave Hodge special.
Never in my lifetime did a player scare me. I don't care what his name was. I didn't care how much money he made.
Are you comfortable with an average salary of $14 million and people pointing at you as that guy?
I'd rather have someone else there. Really, the only negative part about the streak was dealing with the rough periods, trying to defend your position of why you wanted to play every day.
The Dave Hodge special, TSN.
Sunday, the March of Champions continues on TSN. The Men's CIAU Championship Basketball Final from Halifax. Sunday, see it, live it, TSN.
Lethbridge coach Dave Crook on your left and SFX coach Steve Konchalski on your right. A real contrast, Brian, watching them early in the game. Konchalski up, walking along the sidelines, and Crook pretty much just stays on the bench, seated more composed?
Well, Steve's always been a very animated coach. He really likes to work the sidelines. He likes to involve himself in the game. He likes to communicate with officials. Dave Crook, on the other hand, more of the fan-type coach. He likes to watch the game unfold, does his work in the practice sessions. Of course, he does have the more veteran team. When you have the older players, sometimes you can remove yourself a bit from the control of the game. Konchowski wants to be in on every play.
And that last foul, not a shooting foul. So the Pronghorns will move it in. What kind of coach were you? Were you up walking along, yelling at the ref, or did you like to just sit there quietly? I can't imagine that.
I think I was a pretty active coach on the sidelines.
That would be my guess. Harrison, top of the key, dishes off for Reed.
Little change in defense here by St. X now. They've fallen into a 2-3 zone. Give Lethbridge a little bit different look. Change the pace and tempo of the game.
Foul on Adams, reaching in.
St. X foul, E.L. Adams, his first, team foul number 5.
5 fouls already on SFX. This is Ryan Reed.
They got Fred Perry man-to-man on Balderson in that defense.
The steal by Adams, up to Noor. Basket.
So you change the defense, create a little confusion. Sometimes takes a team a couple of possessions to adjust. Turnover by Lethbridge.
8 points from Noor. Bounce through. Pronghorns try to answer back, but it's pulled away. Here's Noor again. Into the paint, puts the shoulder down and gets it. He has 10 points. Great first half for Randy Noor.
That's why he's the on-court leader in the backcourt of this team. He's very aggressive and courageous. Going to the goal creates a lot of action for himself and for his teammates.
3-point attempt falls for Jason Harrison.
Jason Harrison.
St. X showing a combination defense there. When you do that, they've got man-to-man by Fred Perry on Balderson. You've got to cut out and cover the perimeter or you give up the outside shot. You got 4 guys playing 4, but a lot more space to cover.
Little screen run there by Kurzweil to open it up for Adams. Off to Noor, and Noor is hot.
That's a great move by the point guard, Randy Noor. Penetrate once, penetrate twice, behind the back and step back.
12 points for Noor. Trying to answer back here with 3 and doing it is number 25, Michael Myers.
Might be the dunk master, but he's got a touch from the outside.
A couple of big threes from the Pronghorns, their last couple of rushes to keep it close. They're within 2 points of SFX, and they have been hot, especially Randy Noor, who has 12 points already. Tough going under the basket. And on the jump ball.
Good look at Randy Noor here pursuing the goal. Dribble, dribble, accelerate, accelerate. Then he gives a little hesitation and behind the back, and then he fades away. No defensive player can get near him. Excellent footwork off the dribble.
4th-year player from Aldergrove, British Columbia. Long way from home, but feeling right at home, judging by the way he's playing. Beckering pulls the ball down and gets it up ahead to his teammate Spencer Holt. Baseline from Myers. Comes back out for Holt. He'll put it up. Myers after the rebound and the foul.
E.L. Adam hustling, the shortest player on the court right now, but hustling on the glass. Got called for loading onto the back. Committing the foul on the rebound.
E.L. Adams, his second, team foul number 6.
8:38 to go, first half. 2-point lead in the game for SFX. Traveling call against Spencer Holt of the Pronghorns.
Got Balderson on the bench now. Steve Konchowski taking advantage of that, giving Fred Perry an opportunity to take a rest as well. 2 superstars on the sidelines momentarily.
Here's E.L. Adams. Looking is Croucher. Drops off, gets it underneath. Oliver persevering. And the reaching in foul.
Denny Oliver, very aggressive player down low. Excellent quicks, gets us back to the basket here. But look at the contact, still has an opportunity to control the basketball. Reckless pursuit for the rim.
Goes to the line for 2.
played in Halifax. St. FX starts 3 players from the Halifax area, excellent athletes, getting great representation out of the development of players from the Nova Scotia high school system.
Denny Oliver actually transferred here from Brandon. Halifax native, went and played in Brandon and then came back home. I talked about SFX winning all 3 major tournaments that they played in this year. Oliver was the MVP in all 3 of those tournaments. Here's Adams. Eight minutes to go. Croucher, 3 points. 4-point lead for SFX. Crossover there from Hall. And offensive foul, the turnover, foul on Hall.
Lethbridge foul, Ryan Hall.
Timeout on the floor, 7:47 to go in the first half. And it's a 4-point game, the X-Men leading.
Test your sports trivia knowledge on Tune In to Win with the TSN Playbook. It's your chance to win great prizes. Movie passes for 6 from Warner Brothers. Gift packages from Radio Shack. Or gift packages from Casio Canada. To play, you need a copy of the TSN Playbook, available at participating Mr. Sub restaurants and Radio Shack stores across Canada. Hit tsn.ca/playbook for complete details.
You know, racing for interstate means my battery has enough power to run my car, as well as some other race necessities. Heck, I even had a big screen put in for my friends.
Introducing the radically new 2000 Toyota Celica. Looks like you're the one who's all revved up.
Saturday, get ready to rumble. Goyo Vargas challenges Floyd Mayweather for the World Super Featherweight Championship. Vargas versus Mayweather from Vegas, Saturday on TSN.
See it, live it. TSN.
Championship game tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern Time. The Brandon Bobcats, the Cinderella team of the tournament, will meet either St. FX or Lethbridge, the winner of this game.
Brandon, a very young team, but an exciting team. They got some great basketball players. From the looks of this ball game, whichever of these teams represents, it'll be a terrific final tomorrow.
Adams, 13 in the clock, and the foul. Myers reached in.
Lethbridge foul, Michael Myers.
Chris Wilde, number 55, coming back into the game for Lethbridge. He was on fire the first few minutes of the game. He had 6 points before cooling down a little. Also tough on the boards.
St. FX has to be cognizant of Wilde back in the ball game because he was dominant, so they have to get a body on him down inside on the defensive end.
There's Oliver. Didn't see a lane, so he put it up. How's that? How's that?
Danny Oliver, Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. It's that versatility on the floor that's helped him to win those 3 MVP titles in those tournaments. He can do it both ways.
8 points for Oliver. Here's Hall. And a little volleyball. Hall back to get it. Only 10 seconds in the shot clock now. Harrison got it up and it falls.
Harrison.
4-point lead for SFX. Oh, tried the alley-oop there to Oliver, but it was pulled down. Back comes Holt, takes it in, gets the 2.
Spencer Holt.
Up and down at this pace is a little bit more to Lethbridge's advantage than St. FX. St. FX will run, but they'd like to take the opportunity break. You start to run in the way that they're doing it, you make unforced errors, start to commit turnovers, works against you.
Traveling call there, and I think it was more a function of a slippery floor. Denny Oliver lost his footing. Or actually, you know what? It might have been the logo that's on the court. Seen that happen before. It's a little bit more slick than the wood. Bounced into the paint for Holt. Nice little spin move, puts it up. Wasn't rewarded. Comes back up here. Perry dishes. Knorr, 2 points. 16 for Knorr. This guy is sizzling.
See, he works hard without the basketball as well as with it.
It'll spin around, and nice move by John Schritter.
Toughest move to defend, one of the toughest shots to take. You don't have any vision in anything other than the rim when you spin, turn around on the baseline.
6 points for Schritter. 2-point lead for SFX. Croucher. Trying to find room. Travel call on Croucher.
See St. FX in transition.
This is Wild. Back for Hall. 20 seconds to the shot clock. Loads of time. Hall runs a screen there. Dishes off. Balderson. Double teamed.
St. Francis doing a great job of locating Balderson.
Oh, but he comes right back through for Spencer Holt. Balderson drew the double team, but Holt got himself free.
You start drawing a double team anytime you put 2 men on one, and somebody's free to go to the glass. Hall made the cut.
Lethbridge can take the lead. And the ball goes out of bounds. That'll be a Lethbridge ball.
See Balderson right here down on the baseline. Puts the ball up top and down to the baseline. Spencer Holt cuts right to the basket. Catches the ball, puts it up on the glass.
St. FX take a full timeout.
St. FX taking the timeout. And there it was. Settle down.
See the pace just going too much Lethbridge's way. Steve Konchowski wants a little bit more poise and control on his offensive sets.
Yeah, I know. Fred has a mismatch. Fred has a little guy. Post his ass up.
Next time, Utah, with Fred at the top. Okay? You guys are going to cross. Run it out of the box set. You 2 guys are going to cross. Fred!
Ready, call for that.
Yeah. We got to move our offense too. The guys are moving up here. Yeah, for Utah. We start up here, Danny.
Talks about a box set. You got 2 men low, 2 men at the foul line. There's your box.
This guy's crossed. This guy's come down. We're going here. Fred. This ball goes here. This guy comes up. Fred, you come up here.
Game is tied at 31. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1, 2, 3, foul!
Konchowski won a title in 1993 and has had his team here 8 times in the national final. Lethbridge ball. They can take the lead on this possession. And it's Holt. Double team. Oh, but he finds room. Found the room, but wasn't able to finish. This is Oliver.
You see Denny Oliver responding to Steve Konchowski in the last timeout. Calm down, calm down. They're going to get a set play run right here. They got Fred Perry at the top. Now look for him to go down to the low post for the isolation.
And the foul.
Lethbridge foul.
And foul is on Lethbridge.
Team foul number 7.
See, Fred Perry had the basketball top of the key, releases it. Now watch number 21 in blue. There he goes, cutting down to the low post, and the foul is committed. He wanted to get down there and isolate down low.
And SFX retakes the lead from the line. And the foul Adams takes his 3rd foul.
Center back foul, E.L. Adams, his 3rd. Team foul number 7.
That's number 11, Spencer Holt. Number 11, E.L. Adams for SFX taking the foul, his 3rd, and he gets into trouble.
Well, that hurts St. FX a little bit because E.L. Adams comes off the bench, but he plays more than 25 minutes a ball game. So if he gets in early foul trouble, that's going to cut his minutes down, puts more pressure on Randy Knorr and Fred Perry.
One-point game, Lethbridge leading. And this is Knorr. Just over 4 minutes to go in the half. And Fred Perry again settling things down before he dished off to Knorr. You've really noticed since that timeout, the team heeding Konchalski's words, they have really slowed it down. Ball drilled underneath, the traveling call. No basket.
No basket.
That's 3 traveling calls on SFX. 3:57 to go in the first half. 1-point lead for the Pronghorns of Lethbridge.
Introducing the radically new 2000 Toyota Celica. Looks like you're the one who's all revved up.
Welcome back. Paul Romanek along with Brian Heaney. There's a look at Fred Perry, one of the players on SFX, really heeding Steve Konchalski's advice, as I was mentioning a few moments ago. And as a former coach, I know that has to make you smile. The coach says, settle it down. That's exactly what they did.
Well, that's why they're in the situation they are. When you're able to take what the coach is designing on the bench and bring it out to the floor, you've got the kind of maturity and discipline that puts you in a position to be in this national tournament.
They trail by 1 point against Lethbridge. First time for Lethbridge in this tournament in 16 years. They had a great year, 18-2 in their conference, 27-4 against CIAU opposition overall.
And they play in a great conference as well as UBC, University of Alberta, Victoria, some great basketball traditions out west. Lethbridge is out to top them all until the playoffs when Alberta beat them out for the championship.
Air ball came up short there, and here's Knorr. Knorr with 14 points. Bounce pass there down underneath. Now comes back. Wide open look for Croucher.
Croucher gets the shooter's bounce. And you have the soft release on the ball. It'll catch the rim and drops in for him.
Harrison takes it through. Oh, nice effort there from Jason Harrison.
Well, he really pursues the rim. He goes very hard to the goal.
6 points for Harrison. He's one of Lethbridge's better players coming in off the bench.
And you can see why. He has that aggressive attitude. He puts the ball on the floor, goes very hard to the basket, a good jumping ability. You're going to have to gain defensive position or he's going to make you pay the price with a basket.
2 years at the University of Winnipeg and then coming over here to play with Lethbridge. The foul, and it's Knorr at the line. The foul going on Spencer Holt.
Randy Knorr, such a valuable player for St. FX. Steve Konchowski had a player named Brian Lee, played on his 1993 national championship team. Taught school out at Randy Knorr's. That's how the introduction was made. Randy Knorr followed his high school teacher, Brian Lee, down to St. FX.
Knorr with 16 points. His team leads by 2. Harrison. Thought he might have traveled there. Ball comes up. Croucher, a little fake. It holds on to it. Trying to set the floor. He's going to drive. No lane open.
Where Lethbridge takes the baseline away very well. They get help there quick.
Knorr gets it up. Oliver trying to come through. Good defense here from Lethbridge. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Knorr still nowhere to go. And the ball slapped away by Reed, hustling after it. And we'll have a jump ball. Well, that was a nice series of defense there from the Pronghorns.
Well, Lethbridge played great defense. They're taking the baseline away so effectively, working together on any dribble penetration. Knorr right here lifts the defense off his feet. Then it's deflected. Knorr chases it down, but look at the hustle by the Pronghorns.
Ryan Reed with the ball for the Pronghorns. 2:05 to go, first half. Nice feed, got it across to Jason Harrison, who starts to heat it up a little bit.
I tell you, Harrison goes well to the hoop and also has great release on the jump shot.
8 points for Harrison. Bounce pass down underneath. It's Croucher trying to get free. Finally drops through. 2-point lead for SFX. Reed back there for Balderson. He's double teamed. Oh, but Balderson, the veteran he is, comes through.
You know, St. FX doing a good job locating Danny Balderson in this ball game.
8 points for Balderson.
But such a good shooter at the last minute. If you soften up on him, he's able to drain it.
Knorr gets it up. Perry's going to take it through. Oh, how do you like that?
Oh, great move by Fred Perry. He had to go deep on the baseline because of that help, but he evaded the second defender and came up on the opposite side, tucked it home on the glass for 2.
Wild bounced it down for Balderson. Scramble. First and goal. SFX comes away with the ball. Here's Knorr. Knorr trying to free up Oliver. Or was. There's Oliver underneath, but nowhere to go in the low post. Got it back out. Croucher from long range. Cans it.
That was a great shot by Jordan Croucher.
Jordan Croucher.
2 points for Croucher. And the foul.
Well, that happens late in the half when you get a little fatigue. Jordan Croucher's been hounding Danny Balderson all half. Balderson put the ball on the floor, and Croucher tried to crowd him out and bumped him with the hip. You got to leave the dribbler, anticipate where he's heading, and then run to that spot and cut him off.
10.7 seconds to go in the half. CIAU men's basketball semifinal. The winner of this game between SFX and Lethbridge will meet the Brandon Bobcats tomorrow for the national title. And we'll have it for you live on TSN, 4:30 Eastern. Knorr comes down, gets it back, they get the ball up. Oh, that is so big! Croucher at the buzzer. Jordan Croucher with the 3 at the buzzer.
Croucher's great shot, but look at Randy Knorr, how smart he is. Down into the foul line, finds the shooter all alone and distributes. Unselfish play by the St. FX quarterback. Right here, Knorr again, could have gone all the way, could have pulled up for the shot. He set up Croucher by taking the defense deep into the paint, then released the basketball back out to the perimeter.
Knorr, the assist leader in the AUAA. None prettier than that. Just fed it back to Croucher with the 3-pointer at the buzzer. Here's Alex J. Walling standing by with Steve Konchowski.
Buzzer beater, halftime, Coach. Your thoughts on that and the half?
Hey, 2 games in a row. Jordan Croucher came up big. in the last 2 minutes of the half, hitting some real big shots for us.
Are you calming your team down? I notice you're trying to.
We're just a little bit rushing things on offense. You know, big crowd, big game. Just calm down a little bit, slow it down a little bit more on offense, execute a little bit better, and I think we'll be okay.
Thank you very much, Coach. All right, there you have Steve Konchalski, a man who won this event several years ago in 1992. We're at the halftime here at the CIAU.
Look forward into the new millennium.
Haven't we met before?
LG, digitally yours.
Soft spiked shoes, $120. Ball marker, $2. Putter, $280. No goalie, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Accepted everywhere from rinks to links.
Sunday, the March of Champions continues on TSN. The Men's CIAU Championship Basketball Final from Halifax. Sunday, see it, live it, TSN. Sunday, NASCAR Winston Cup heads to South Carolina to the track too tough to tame. Darlington Raceway welcomes NASCAR 2000 and the Mall.com 400. NASCAR live Sunday on TSN.
Hi everyone, Bob Pronick back at TSN tonight. More of the Final 8 semifinals coming up. Highlights first from the NHL. Toronto and Montreal are both in action this evening. Leafs and the Thrashers first. Ty Domi and the Leafs getting some fine-tuning together. First period, 40 seconds in. Nat Delmakelly beats Curtis Joseph from 50 feet out. That's his 8th of the season. It's 1-0 Thrashers after 1. Canes and Habs first period. Canes working down low. Paul Coffey gets it in front to Gary Roberts. He puts it in, and it's 1-0 Canes. It takes Montreal just 33 seconds to respond, however. Martin Ruchinski drives to the net. Stop. Brunet pots the rebound. We're tied at 1 after the first period of play. Other scores to pass your way. In the first period, the Islanders leading the Panthers 1-0. This afternoon, the Bruins beat the Penguins 3-2. The Avalanche lost to the Red Wings 4-3. Ray Bourque becomes the first defenseman to score 400 goals. More of the CIAU basketball semifinals coming up.
Cadbury Caramel Bar is our secret. How you get it out is yours.
Any tournament has its dramatic moments. There still may be some to unfold in this game and perhaps in the final, but tough to top this. Semifinal game earlier today. Western and Brandon, 1.8 seconds to go. Inbound play by Western. The ball is intercepted by Josh Masters, who puts it up at the buzzer, wins the game, and sends Brandon off to the championship final. Jerry Hemmings, their head coach, he's standing by with Alex J. Walling.
Coach, I've waited for years to throw this line on you. The play that you just saw, I saw a similar one once, and the coach got up and said, it's a result of great coaching, right?
I'll tell you what a great play Josh Masters made. You know, great instincts. He's got great instincts as a player. He ran the passing lane. He was present of mind to get into his shot and knocked it down from midcourt. It looked like he'd been practicing that all year.
You've been here for 14 straight years. Certainly that's got to be a Herculean moment, one of the best ones around.
Oh, sure, it's been great, but I've been on the other side of the coin, too. When you've been in this game, my 26 years of coaching, in 1983 down at University of Waterloo in a national semifinal game, we were up 1, and one of their players hit one similar from the deep corner and knocked it in. But we felt, as soon as he let the ball go, it looked like it was in all the way.
Now you're starting a trend. You're watching this game here. We had a buzzer beater not as dramatic as yours towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's anything can happen in this game.
Now I want a good answer from you. You're an honest guy from Brandon. Who do you want to face?
Well, both teams. You got to realize we played Lethbridge 3 times this year, and they whooped us up pretty good. 3 games. St. Francis Xavier, tremendous amount of thoroughbreds. I mean, the pace of the game is so fast. We got to really take the air out of the ball. I think what we need to do is negotiate something here and take that 30-second clock out of the game tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much. 14 straight years this man has been here. Our thanks to him. And they may call it Hemmings Highway in Brandon before this is all over. And now back to Paul and Brian.
I'll tell you this much, that is not a Brandon accent. I can assure you of that. We talked in the first game about Jerry Hemmings not always getting his due as a coach. He's a fantastic recruiter, always has very talented players in the program there at Brandon, but he's a hell of a coach too.
Well, you got to look at his record in the final games. 4-2. He's going to play in his 7th final. He's a terrific coach. And I'll tell you, over the years, he's had some teams that have really played very well. At the end of the tournament, you get respect from your peers. Jerry Hemmings has gotten that. He got his own coaching fraternity tell him, hey, that was a well-coached game.
Well, he had the best seat in the house to watch that buzzer beater, although maybe not the best seat or the worst seat right under the basket. Here's the inbound play. And all you can do is watch. Oh. That hurts.
Wonder how it works? Always Ultra has an ultra-absorbent lock-away core that turns liquid into gel and helps lock it inside. Always Ultra. Less pad, lots of protection.
They are our future. And by the time they leave here, they deserve to have known one special person.
One the need.
A person who teaches not just playing skills, but life skills like teamwork, fair play, and commitment.
To the innovation.
A person trained by the 3M National Coaching Certification Program to give them a lasting positive experience through sport. Doesn't your child deserve a certified coach?
That's 3M Innovation.
Introducing MSN Messenger Service. Free instant messaging.
I need copies on the ASAP. Double-sided with a cover page, please. This time the blue one. Johnson, give me Tokyo on the line. Morning, sir. Okay, let's get
it now at msn.ca.
Sucker.
Saturday, get ready to rumble. Goyo Vargas challenges Floyd Mayweather for the World Super Featherweight Championship. Vargas versus Mayweather from Vegas, Saturday on TSN. TSN Sports Desk with James Duffy, weekends on Canada's #1 source for sports news and information, TSN Sports Desk.
Well, the die is holding out. Never say die if you're Lethbridge, not after the season they've had, trailing 46-39 at the half. Take a look back at our first half highlights. Take it away, Coach.
Well, the X-Men missing some defensive assignments early in the ballgame. Danny Balderson misses the shot. Second one up. Look at Chris Wilde coming down the middle for the slam dunk. Get another look at it from the opposite angle. Chris Wilde not being blocked out. Comes the other way. Fred Perry down the middle. He takes it home for a two-handed slam dunk. And the X-Men are on the run again right here. Denny Oliver slams one home. Now you look at Randy Knorr, nice little move. Down inside on the baseline, up on the glass for two. He was a big factor in the first half, and right here, he draws all the defenders, and Jordan Croucher buries the three just before half.
Great first half for Knorr. He had 16 points to lead. All players also had 4 assists.
Well, when you start to distribute the ball, that's catching. Statistics pretty even here, but look at the field goal percentage. St. FX shooting the ball very well, getting good looks at the hoop, and converting at 58%.
St. FX during the year from the floor shot 50%, so they are above that. Emotions, an interesting thing. If you're a coach or a player, for that matter, it can be a huge ally, but in a crowd like this, as we saw a few times with SFX in that first half, it can also work against you. They started to rush things and kind of get caught up in the whole atmosphere.
Well, the pace of game that Lethbridge dictated in the early going, St. FX got caught up in that, and players, you let them run, you let them get out in the open court, they're going to do it. But Steve Kachowski did the wise thing, called the timeout, calmed his troops down. The coach has to stay calm in this situation, because when you're a team as St. FX is tonight, where they have the crowd behind them, you sometimes can pull back if you're a coach. Let the crowd do that part of the work, and you add some sense to what's going on in the court for the players.
Over 7,000 people here to watch this game, and the band right now is playing a tune to which SFX is marching to very comfortably. They have the lead as we look ahead to the second half.
Your skills can get you on the squad. Your coach can make you a starter. Your fans can make you hustle. Your team can give you hope. But when the moment comes, will you have what it takes to finish?
Every other Sunday, John Gamble doesn't have the heart to tell his grandmother he can't stomach her pot roast. For John, that's life.
The remote and unforgiving wilderness of Patagonia, Argentina. The ultimate test of physical strength and mental toughness. The most grueling expedition competition on the planet. The Discovery Channel Eco Challenge. What does it take to win? Teamwork, cooperation, trust, and the determination to push beyond. The Discovery Channel Eco Challenge, coming this April, only on Discovery.
Well, there wasn't much whining if you were a SFX fan in that first half. They had the lead at the half. That kid has got to be only weeks old. He or she probably won't even remember the game. Oh, sorry. Come on. Here's Alex J. Walling.
David Crook, Coach of the Year. What did you tell your team?
I told them we got to play a little better. I said so far every time I come in at halftime in Halifax, I got to tell them we played a bad first half. Hopefully we'll come out like last night and play a good second half.
What did you like from your team in the first half?
I thought we did some good things in the corner-to-court defensively. I thought our transitional defense wasn't as good as it needed to be. I think we can also get some stuff offense to the glass, and that'll slow them down.
And last one is your thoughts on the incredible shot to win the first game.
The incredible what? I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
The incredible shot for Brandon.
Oh my goodness, Josh Masters, that was amazing. I hope this game ends that exciting as well.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
Josh Masters will be talking about that for years, I think. High scorers in the first half. Knorr, I mentioned earlier, with 16 points, also had 4 assists.
And noticeably, Fred Perry's name not on that scoreboard leader. He's got 7 in the half.
And with the Pronghorns, no one in double figures. Balderson and Harrison each with 8.
St. Francis did a great job in the first half locating Danny Balderson. Only 8 points. If he replicates that in the second half, you're talking about a 16-point game below his scoring average. That's the X-Men's goal, and they're doing a good job at fulfilling it.
When you were coaching, did you like it when your team was the visiting team in front of a crowd like this? Did you still get the same kind of juice? And I ask you that because looking at Dave Crook and a lot of the Lethbridge players, they look like they couldn't care less whether or not the crowd's cheering for them. They just had big smiles in their face because of the noise, period.
Well, when you're on the road, you get the noise. You enjoy quieting the crowd down. Also, you can focus on what you're doing as a team because there's not a lot of distractions. We won 2 national championships on the road, but I'll tell you, the most fun is winning one at home with the crowd behind you.
Foul on the Pronghorns, blocking foul. And it goes on Spencer Holt. That is his 3rd. Just underway, second half. 7-point lead for SFX.
Big foul on Spencer Holt. Dave Crook tried to protect him.
Well, then Holt was sent spinning there.
Well, Dave Crook tried to protect him, put him on the bench in the first half, gets that early foul at the beginning of the second half. Made that attempt somewhat fruitless. Now he's got 3. He averages just around 17 points a game for the Pronghorns, so he's a key factor in the ball game late in the half in terms of putting points on the scoreboard.
Ball went out of bounds, Lethbridge ball. This is Hall. Sets the floor, bounces down to the low post. A spin around move by Schritter. And the foul. And the foul on Balderson. That's the first on the veteran. Closing out a great career, his 5th year in the CIAU. 4-time Canada West First All-Star, CIAU Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Canadian. One of the best ever. Oliver dishes back. Long range, Croucher, who nailed that one at the buzzer to finish up the first half, continues to look hot.
Jordan Croucher sticking his face right into Danny Balderson's. He's pumped right here. Sometimes you put the defensive effort out, it goes to offense.
On the rebound, Schritter puts it up and gets it to fall.
That's just what Dave Crook wanted at the half. He says he thought his team could do a better job on the offensive glass.
10-point lead for X, but they take the foul here. Foul on Croucher.
Jordan Croucher up for this ball game. Hot at the end of the half, comes out steaming in the second half.
Shot 41% from outside the arc during the season. This is Wild. Dishes off. Screen there for Holt. Puts it up.
Good defense by Fred Perry. Got his hand up and Holt.
And the dish up. Oh, hard to the basket. Christoph Stach.
No basket.
No basket.
Acceleration to the basket here. St. X.
Offensive foul on Stach. Ten-point lead for SFX.
Oh, nice look. Hard cut, tough angle to catch that ball. Balderson did a good job.
This is Croucher. Here comes Knorr into the paint and draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Randy Knorr, so tough to defend off the dribble. Got a herky-jerky motion. Starts to accelerate, then comes to a little hesitation stop, throws the defensive player off balance, then re-accelerates and draws the foul.
Fouls on Ryan Hall. 2 shots for Knorr. $11-point lead now for SFX, starting to pull away. 7-point lead at the half. And Knorr the leader with 17 points, 4 assists in that first half. Make it a nice round, 18 points. $12-point lead in the ball game for SFX. Ball just gets bounced out there for Schritter, who gets it. 2 points.
Go on Schritter.
Well, that's where your defense has to play together as a team. You can't afford to do the job on the big shooters and then let the other guys get off.
All ball knocked down. Oliver will get another look, dishes off. All comes back out for Croucher.
Good hustle by Danny Oliver on the offensive glass. Couldn't get control of the basketball, but tried to steer it away from Lethbridge and out of bounds.
10-point game, SFX leading. They're the home team for all intents and purposes, but officially the visiting team in this game. With the crowd right behind them. Look at this drive from Balderson. Stops, dishes off. Holt, top of the key. Sweet.
Spencer Holt.
Gets the lead back down into single figures. 8-point lead, 8 points for Holt in the game. North sets the floor. And Perry trying to go, draws a foul.
See Sainovex clear the floor on the left side for Fred Perry, get him involved in the offense. That's a big foul on Holt, number 4 for him. He's going to have to go to the bench. That really hurts the offensive threat from the outside for Lethbridge.
He'll go to the bench and Jason Harrison will come in. Harrison was pretty good off the bench in the first half. He had 8 points. Little screen play, the ball set up for Croucher, who is very hot.
Well, he's in rhythm on the release of that shot. That nice jumping ability, getting the ball up to the peak, effortless release.
Here's Schroeder. Pushes up and the foul.
Look at Jordan Croucher right here, got his feet underneath him, square to the hoop. Great release to the basket. It's all about balance. You get your feet underneath you, nice base, jump to the peak, and stroke the ball to the net.
16 points for Croucher in this game. There's Schroeder at the line. 5th-year player with the Pronghorns. His final season. From Tabor, Alberta.
Christoph Stack going to the bench for Sainovex. Did a good job on the boards. Kind of job Coach Konchowski wants out of him. Make his presence felt inside, work hard on the defense, and get a rest.
Jason Kurzweil comes in. Wild, up off the glass, batted away there, out of bounds by Denny Oliver. Nine-point lead for X. There's Wild. Nice little fake. Oh, had a good look. Two block. Oh, the putback still didn't drop.
4 bodies down on the baseline. Jordan Croucher picks the rebound up.
Big rebound, then gets off to Noor at the other end. Noor stripped of the ball. Oh, grab. Nice save there by Perry. Gets it up for Noor. How about that?
Great presence of mind by Fred Perry. Came up with the basketball, started to lose his balance at half court, but found Randy Noor. Excellent pass.
20 points for Noor. Here's Hall. This will be for 3. Gets the rim. And Oliver settles things down. Up for Noor. Tried the alley-oop there for Perry. And the foul. Foul on Lethbridge.
Lethbridge foul. Jason Harrison, his third.
The foul on Harrison, and going to the line will be number 21, Fred Perry.
Fred Perry has 2 shots.
11-point lead for SFX.
Well, Fred Perry's on the line. You have to acknowledge Sainovex has balanced scoring around their perimeter. This is much more than a 1- or 2-man show.
Media timeout.
Goes 2 for 2 from the line. 13-point lead for SFX, their greatest lead of the game. And look at this hustle by Perry. Throws it up to Noor. This man is hot. He has 20.
Here's a little thing to think about. Your furniture never gets a day off. That's 7 days a week of constant use. And no matter how thoroughly you clean, guess what? Odors get trapped in fabrics. That's why it's time to spray Febreze. And just like that, you can make odors go away. Really go away. So your whole house will end up smelling clean. Hey, sometimes the little things make a big difference. Febreze cleans life smells out of fabrics for good.
When Robin's Donuts birthday cash, Robin and having a blast. With 25 years old on your neighborhood streets, come on in, let's have some treats.
We got fresh hot coffee.
Donuts, too.
A deli.
Soup and subs, too.
And a chance to win over $200,000 in cash prizes.
35 fabulous trips for two.
Robin's Donuts Street, Robin's Donuts Street, Robin's Donuts still rocking after all these years.
On the next Dave Hodge special.
Never in my lifetime did a player scare me. I don't care what his name was. I didn't care how much money he made.
Are you comfortable with an average salary of $14 million and people pointing at you as that guy?
I'd rather have someone else there. Really, the only negative part about the streak was dealing with the rough periods, trying to defend your position of why you wanted to play every day.
The Dave Hodge special, TSN.
Welcome back. Paul Romanuk along with Brian Haney and Alex J. Walling. LPGA Golf coming up next. The Standard Register Ping Open. I love college sports.
Enthusiasm's what it's all about.
Lots to be enthusiastic about if you're an SFX fan. Enjoying their greatest lead of the game right now with 15-17 to go in the half. Balderson thought about it. Dishes off. It's Hall. Balderson running along the baseline trying to get free. But nice range there from Michael Myers finding the basket. 2 points. Still an 11-point lead for St. Francis Xavier.
What St. FX is trying to do here is not...
And the foul, they try the alley-oop there. It was Perry coming up after it.
About to say what they want to do here is not give Lethbridge an opportunity to get back into this ballgame. They look carefully for good shots. That's a dangerous pass. It goes errant, winds up putting Fred Perry to pick a foul up.
See, that I think is getting caught up in the enthusiasm of the moment. And so's this. Knorr comes in off the glass. Nice and easy. He has 22 points. Didn't you think that dunk, you're sort of getting caught up in things, you want to showboat a little?
Absolutely. You start doing that, you wind up losing execution, losing your timing. You start to get fancy early on in the ballgame. It creates problems. You see Randy Knorr here trying to get his team organized on the court, get everybody structured, get spacing proper.
Oliver for Croucher. Back for Knorr, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Down underneath for Oliver. Ball rolls out of bounds. It's a Lethbridge ball.
2 possessions in a row now where St. FX hasn't gotten a good offensive attempt. Ball goes down inside. Denny Oliver loses control of it, hustles after it along with a couple of Pronghorns, and then off the back of his calf and out of bounds. Referee right on the spot. Lethbridge ball.
13-point lead for SFX. Ryan Reed sets the floor, gets it back for Harrison. Knorr there to save it. He's done a great job at the point for SFX in this game. Look at that move. Knorr. Oh, then he lost it. Racing after it now. Myers comes in. And the foul.
Even when you're as exceptional as Randy Knorr is as a player, and when you played as well as he has, a little bit too much mustard on that hot dog right there. 3 times behind your back, right here. 1, comes back again. 2, does he really need it? Here he goes again. Between the leg, 3, and loses it. Everybody chasing him down. you get the defense with a little extra added intensity when you try to make them look bad like that.
Now, is Konchalski saying something new about that? Would you guess?
I think it'd remind them, stick to the fundamentals and face up the offense. Make sure you keep your head up. You start looking down when you're dribbling behind your back, spinning and twirling. You lose sight of the players that are open ahead of you. Got to get them the ball at the moment they're open. That creates good timing.
Wild in the rebound, couldn't drop it down. Out of bounds, SFX ball.
Now Lethbridge here hanging around. They're going to bring some full court pressure.
So the long bomb goes up to Perry. Perry drives. Off the glass, slapped away. Ball comes up. Oh, you could see that coming. That was the basketball equivalent of flipping the pass up the middle in hockey when the guy has his back to the defense.
The crowd doesn't like that one. You only got to give the offensive player one step behind him. One step behind him. Denny Oliver thought he had position right here. Still moving, though. Good call by the official.
That was a suicide pass, that. Here's Holt. Tough off the boards. Denny Oliver pulls it down.
E.L. Adams back in the ball game now in the backcourt.
Underneath the Kurzweil. And the foul call.
This is a key time in the ball game for the Lethbridge Pronghorns. They got a 12-point deficit.
Foul on Chris Wild. Kurzweil goes to the line.
Ball goes inside. Look at number 11 reaching in. Holt gets away with that, but you got to play with a little more caution than that when you're in the ball game with 4 fouls. He's very valuable to this Pronghorn team. Doesn't want to finish this game on the bench.
13-point lead for SFX. This is Reed. Bit of a break there. Wild takes it to the rack and gets 2. Wild with 8 points.
He's had a good game for the Pronghorns. He brings a lot of energy to the court.
3-point attempt. Doesn't fall. On the putback. Foul. Kurzweil tried to put it up and was fouled, I believe. The chop.
Well, that's probably an early shot and maybe a poor decision by Jordan Croucher, but the way he's been shooting, how could you question it?
Lethbridge foul Ryan Reed, his second. Team foul number 7. Jason Kurzweil has
Reed takes the foul. 2 shots for Kurzweil. .26 to go, second half. 11-point lead. Make it 12. Reed drives in, just babies it off the glass.
Ryan Reed.
Adams getting it up ahead to Croucher. Oliver for 3. Oh, yes.
That was a big shot for the X-Men. Denny Oliver extending the lead 10-13.
Now, timeout, or was it? Some confusion at the clock. The SFX bench was pointing up at the clock. It is a TV timeout. That was the confusion. 11:54 to go in the second half. 66-53 the score for SFX. They've been hot from the perimeter. Denny Oliver with 3 points there to keep the roll going.
Dodge Dakota brings you a startling new advancement. Doors. Great big ones. On the driver's side and the passenger side. Each with windows that go all the way down. So what's the big deal about 2 great big wide opening doors? Nothing. But 4 is a different story. Dodge Dakota Quad Cab. Real truck, real doors.
When Robin's Donuts birthday cash, rockin' and boppin' and having a blast. With 25 years old on your neighborhood streets, come on in, let's have some treats. With light green coffee, donuts too. Try our jelly and have some fun too. Really great chances to win big cash. Super trips, you gotta have a blast. Robin's Donuts Street, Tweety, Robin's Donuts Street, Tweety, Robin's Donuts still rockin' after all these years.
It was a rough, tough boom time for the game of hockey.
Oh, here comes the Broad Street Bullies. They hate us that bad, they had to like us. Deep down, I think they liked our hockey team.
I'm still at it, and I'm still at it because I love it. Winning the Stanley Cup and holding it up is fabulous.
I could hear the crowd cheering. I could hear the puck hit the back of the net.
Phil would stay on if he didn't have a hook. He wouldn't come off the ice.
Championship weekend in Halifax. You've got a front row seat here on TSN. We will have the championship game tomorrow. The winner of this game against the Brandon Bobcats, who won a buzzer beater in their semifinal. And is it panic time yet for the Lethbridge Pronghorns?
Well, Lethbridge has an experienced team. They've been in these situations before and have been able to dig out. Dave Crook is a laid-back coach of the year, but if you're going to get excited, now's the time to do it. You've got the clock working against you and a 13-point deficit.
Some pressure defense there from SFX. Down open to Schroeder, or at least he was open. Tenacious defense here from X. And in the paint, Schroeder finally puts it up. And they need him to come alive. He's had a couple of key baskets here in this second half.
Well, they got to establish something consistent inside that helps you dig out of this situation. Also, put St. X in a situation where maybe you draw the foul, and then you can get to the foul line, close the scoring gap if you're Lethbridge while the clock is stopped.
Schroeder has 13 points. St. Francis Xavier pressing here. 8 seconds in the clock, but the foul underneath.
Lethbridge foul, Ryan Reed, his third. Team foul
Reed takes his third foul.
Jason
Very nice to see Denny Oliver make the pass right inside to Christoph Stock. Or Jason Kurzweil. Kurzweil and Stock both have played well for Steve Konchowski this afternoon. They've gotten good production out of their front court. Done a good job defensively, good job rebounding.
Under 11 minutes to go. 11-point lead. 3-point attempt. Oh, big basket there from Ryan Reed.
Well, that's another way to get back in the ballgame. Lethbridge, an excellent perimeter shooting team, so St. X cannot relax defensively. You got to pressure the arc. You don't want to give up threes.
5 points for Reed after that basket. St. Francis trying to answer back, and they do with 3. Fred Perry. On the drive back, Harrison trying to come in, the foul. And it's a blocking foul.
Ryan Reed, excellent three-pointer from the outside, trying to put Lethbridge back in this ball game. But Fred Perry, the first-team All-Canadian, out at the arc, answers big time.
Jason Harrison to shoot 1-1.
Harrison to shoot 1 and throws up an air ball.
He's just smiling, walking away from the free throw line. He's a good foul shooter. Probably can't remember the last time something like that happened to him.
St. Francis making a substitution. Ball comes up to Noor. Adams. Back out for Noor. Oliver with a twist.
St. X is very impressive with the scoring balance they display and combinations that they've had on the basketball floor. It seems as though everybody who touches the ball has the ability to make it happen. Inside, outside, Danny Oliver.
Ball going out of bounds. Lethbridge ball to put it in. Oh, that would have helped. But Balderson coming up short there. Caught the rim. Knorr coming back. Gets it over. Oh, three-point attempt. Didn't quite drop. That was Perry with the attempt. Knorr with the steal. He's got Perry up there. This could be sweet. Little bit too far ahead of the travel call on Perry. That had dunk written all over it.
Well, the pass was thrown just a little bit too long for him. He caught the ball and gained control behind the backboard and shuffled his feet before he got the ball down on the bounce.
12-point lead for St. Francis. There's Reed into the paint. And the foul. Not a shooting foul, Lethbridge ball. Three-point shot, canned by Balderson.
That's a significant basket. It puts Lethbridge down into single digits. It's been a while since they've been there. Balderson, their leader, making the outside shot. Now they're going to have renewed energy as they go to the bench for this timeout. Working with a 12-point deficit here, but Danny Balderson a full step behind the arc. Drains one from deep range. That's got to give the Pronghorns a big lift.
Danny Balderson's first points of the half.
But listen to me. Look for the post on the field. You got Danny and his back going for the post. Play defense, communicate, rebound. Every loose ball. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Do it.
Shows you the kind of pressure that St. FX has put on the Pronghorns. Dave Crook imploring his troops, play defense, every loose ball, rebound. In other words, you got to play the full game if you got to put these X-Men under control right here.
What a great job Dave Crook has done this year. Two-time Canada West Coach of the Year, and this year the CIAU Coach of the Year in his 11th season with the Pronghorns. You know, sometimes just watching, just as an observer, and our cameras can get very close, you can just see the respect the players have for the coach written on their faces, the way they react to him. And Crook has his players' respect.
Absolutely. When you're involved in a winning program, as Dave Crook has, you get the players' attention. They know he's prepared, and that makes their job that much easier.
Knorr put it underneath. Oliver had to wrestle it away. They get the ball up with 10 seconds on the clock. Didn't drop, though. Balderson puts it up for three.
All right, now's the time for St. FX to slow down, get a good shot, high percentage. They're starting to trade threes with Lethbridge. They're in control of the game. All that can happen here is they'll let the Pronghorns back in.
Underneath. Stack couldn't get to it. Here's Balderson. 9-point lead for SFX. Little spin around move. Couple of swats at it.
But Myers really hustling, makes the move inside. Hustle on the glass.
Oh, they pile up. It's a jump ball. And the Pronghorns wanted a foul call. Piling on. I don't know if you call that in basketball. CIAU Player of the Year, Balderson hasn't had a Player of the Year night. 11 points.
Got to give a lot of credit to St. FX's team defense, but especially Jordan Croucher, who had the assignment to make Balderson work harder and get outside his range.
On the board, Holt tries to get it, and the foul. And it's going to be Holt going to the line. The foul's on Knorr.
Team foul number 8. Spencer Holt to shoot 2.
.8:12 to go in the half. Could cut the lead to 8 points. And he does. Spencer Holt playing with 4 fouls.
Well, that's big, but the only way to manage that situation is to play flat out. You got to try to anticipate where the offense is going, but you can't play at half speed. You play at half speed, you wind up committing that foul.
Nice ball movement here from SFX. And driving through is Oliver. Slashing to the basket, gets some help under there from Stack. And the foul.
Way to be patient. Way to be patient. Way to be patient.
He got mugged under there. Oh.
You look at Christoph Stack down inside. Gets the ball from Oliver. There he goes. Lifts everybody off their feet. Guys taking him down. Somebody reaching, probably to gain their balance right up around the neck or shoulder area. You don't like to see that, but maybe no alternative. Everybody off their feet. Stack going hard to the glass. Steve Kachowski has to be happy with the effort Christoph Stack has put out in this ball game. Stack gets 2 shots from the line.
Guys, we'll have the media for last one goes down.
8-point lead for SFX. It's been as high as 13 points in this second half. Well, got the shooter's bounce there. 7:53 to go in the half. A berth in the final on the line.
Play underway in overtime with the series tied at a game apiece. Bouncing puck picked up by Morgan. He's got Cote with him on left wing with just 1 man back. Morgan cuts left, a pretty drop pass to Cote. He shoots, he scores! And this game ends with a beauty!
St. Mary's University. Make us your choice.
I thought the university had a lot of support for athletes.
In Canada, definitely this was my #1 choice.
I went into business my first year, and I know St. Mary's is known for its business.
A lot of my friends have gone to St. Mary's before me, like a year or 2 older than me, and they'd really enjoyed their experience.
St. Mary's University. Make us your choice.
Clothes, wear them, change them, love them, move them. Cool. Clothes, wear them, run them, dirt and mud them. Liquid Tide, now that's cool. Unlike powder, Liquid Tide comes already dissolved. Go on, blow dirt away. Now that's clean. Clothes, wear them, love them. Liquid Tide keeps them cool.
Sunday, the March of Champions continues on TSN. The Men's CIAU Championship Basketball Final from Halifax. Sunday, see it, live it, TSN.
Danny Balderson, CIAU Player of the Year, and this is the time when Player of the Year has to start to deliver. He had 16 points in the quarterfinals and 11 assists. In this game, 10 points, but only 3 in the second half so far, and only 2 assists.
Remember, Danny Balderson is a player who's played consistently throughout his career. Averaged 20 points for his university career over the full 5 years, and generally plays consistent over the course of the game. Not the kind of player who you isolate and have take over the basketball game, but Lethbridge is in a situation now where they have to rely on him down the stretch. The Horns need to find him.
9-point lead for the X-Men. Here's Schroeder, who's had a strong second half. He throws off, the ball goes up, and that's just been the story. Schroeder, though, on the board, and he's fouled. So he'll go to the line.
Balderson now 4 for 19 from the floor this afternoon. Jordan Croucher doing a great job for St. FX, making his presence known. Maybe got into the head of Danny Balderson a little bit. Balderson looking a little bit before he's shooting the basketball. You break your concentration as a shooter like that. Sometimes that's enough to put the ball on the rim instead of in the net.
Schroeder with 10 points. And he'll take another shot from the line. Oh for 2 from the line. That's a killer when you get those free ones trying to come back. Holt dribbled his way in. He stripped of the ball. Back comes Knorr, takes it up, rejected. Schroeder, great wild back in the play, and at the other end, slid through there by Spencer Holt. What a play by Wild.
Converted that block shot to a basket. Chris Wild working the interior right here. Randy Knorr putting the ball up. Wild knocks it away and immediately puts Balderson in a situation where he goes down court to Holt for 2. Block shot, 2 points.
Lead cut to 7. Big possession here for the Pronghorns. Hall trying to come through. Doesn't fall on the board, pulled down by Stack. Has he had a rough go in this second half or what?
I'll tell you.
Mugged under the other basket and he takes it here.
He's like a magnet in there. He gets inside, he gets position, and he just draws players to him. This situation works hard, gets the rebound, starts to stumble. Pronghorns trying to get out of the way, instead they're falling on top of him.
Penalty in effect.
He's sore. He's going to feel it after the ball game tonight. He's got some bumps and bruises for the effort.
He'll go to the line. A referee was asking him if he was all right to shoot.
Now, through all of this, the Lethbridge Pronghorns are only down 7 points in this basketball game. How you shoot your free throws down the last 7 minutes of this game is going to have an impact on the outcome.
Well, I mean, your words right to the point. Just a few moments ago, it was John Schritter who was to the line. His team within 7. He goes 0 for 2 from the line. And you just can't miss the free ones when you're trying to come back.
You got to make them because you don't get an opportunity to shoot the field goal when you get fouled. So you don't have any chance to score if they put you on the line unless you can score from the free throw line.
8-point lead for SFX. Here's Balderson.
Danny Balderson, now's not a time to look to pass. If the Pronghorns get it to him, he's got to execute, try to get a good shot.
Hall gets it down for Schritter. He goes back. Balderson looking for room, but he travels.
Has that double team. Pressure, Saint-X running. Blue shirts at Danny Balderson, creating indecision in his mind.
X-ball, Knorr with it.
You get a player like Balderson who's unselfish. He sees the open man, he wants to pass, but he knows he should be doing the shooting.
Knorr took it in, tried a nice dish off there to Oliver, who's coming along the baseline, but it was a little too hot for him. Ryan Hall coming back.
Nice block by Perry inside.
And Perry comes back, dishes to Knorr. Eric comes up there. Oliver trying to make the play. Pronghorns hold the fort. 8-point lead. SFX on top. Trying to punch their ticket to the final. Schritter gets a look. Didn't fall for him. And out of bounds. That's a Lethbridge ball.
Saint-X doing all the hustling inside.
No, pardon me, that's going to be an SFX ball.
Take a look at Fred Perry inside. Blocks the ball cleanly. Good effort down inside. Denny Oliver in the next series. Crashes the boards. Up at the rim level. Randy Knorr gets the basketball down off the floor. Saint-X, superb hustle defensively.
Timeout called by Saint-FX. 5:31 to go. And it is 72-64. Saint-FX leads.
Gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Middleton Regional High School Jazz Band.
Everybody be correct. All hard, right? Every single touch is good. Let's get some movement. Let's get a stop right here. Let's get a stop right here.
Randy, run the show, baby. I love being able to walk right into the huddle like that. You can't always hear what the coach says. And it must be like that when you're in the huddle. Sometimes the building gets so loud you have to strain to hear what your coach or teammate is telling you.
Well, one of the keys is not to give too much information. Make sure that what you say is clear, well understood. You may want to say 3 or 4 things, but maybe in that kind of setting you can only get 2 points across, and the players go out in unison and they understand what's before them.
Jordan Croucher takes his 4th foul.
Spencer Holt has 2 shots.
And the Pronghorns into double bonus now. SFX into double bonus as well. And it comes back to make those shots from the line count.
And Lethbridge is doing it. That Croucher foul for St. X, a very important one. If he goes out of the ball game, Balderson realizes his nemesis is on the bench. So St. X has to change defenses or find a way to keep Croucher in the game.
The lead cut down to 6. SFX trying to answer back here. Noor lobs it underneath. Well, nice rejection there from Wild, who's been solid on D all game, but he's turned it up the last few minutes here in this second half when needed.
Done a great job intimidating on the inside.
And then Wild throws that up, but caught the rim instead of the basket. That would have been big.
Fred Perry doing a job. Perry doing a job on the defensive boards, working hard.
Kurzweil trying to drive. Offensive foul.
No basket.
No basket. Kurzweil takes the foul.
Kurzweil making the right move, going hard to the glass, but look at Lethbridge establishing position, just waiting for him to come. He lowered the shoulder and went right through the defender.
Schroeder was planted for sure.
Now momentum in this ballgame has swung toward Lethbridge, so this is a big series. Steve Konchowski said in the last timeout, we got to get a stop. X has to do it right here.
Lethbridge can pull to within 4 on this possession. Can they do it? Hall on the screen to Hall. Throws it underneath. Not that time.
Fred Perry had great anticipation.
Broken up. Balderson will come in. Balderson down for Holt, moves in.
All right, now St. X has to slow the basketball down right here. Put it in the hands of the team quarterback. You see Randy Noor waving his arm up and down. Slow down.
Baseline and the foul. Perry was driving. He'll go to the line.
And great communication between Noor and Fred Perry. Randy Noor wanted the team to slow down and get organized, but Perry turned up wide open up court. The good point guard always gets the ball up ahead. Perry goes aggressively to the hoop and draws the foul, puts X on the line. Nothing but net. This young player had a great career. First time I saw him play was grade 11. I was sitting with his dad in a gym at the old Dalhousie Gymnasium on campus, and he was very proud of Fred. I said he's going to be a superstar. He just had all the makings, even when he was that young.
Seven-point lead for SFX. Ball pulled down there by Hole. Then he's stripped of the ball. That's a big steal. Here comes Perry. Gets it to Noor. Oh, that is so big for SFX. And Noor is the man who does it. What a job he's done at the point. Inside, tough going. Schroeder gets 2.
Lethbridge will not die. St. X has all sorts of pressure on him in this ball game. Lethbridge keeps coming back.
This is Croucher. Off to Noor. Croucher gets a look. Missed a three-point attempt. 3 minutes to go. Balderson. Can't find any room to get to the key. Down there for Holt. Flips it out.
But that was a great move on the way to the basket for Holt. Changed direction. Got a leaner up on the glass. Big bucket.
Lead cut to 5 for SFX. 2:37 to go. Here's Noor. Perry. Offensive foul.
Oh! Steve Konchowski is going wild on the sideline. He's got both hands over his head, waving that call off. Now he calls a timeout. He wants to get St. X to the bench and regroup.
Timeout called by Konchowski. Now he goes to the timekeeper. He wants this to be a TV timeout. Knorr settling things down as best he could. And also sinking the points. He's had some big ones in this game for SFX.
Hi, everybody. Bob Pronick back at TSN tonight. The Maple Leafs are 3 points behind the New Jersey Devils for first place in the Eastern Conference. Tonight, they host the Thrashers, and things are not going well. Pick up the action in the second period. Thrashers leading 1-0, and they're on a 5-on-3 power play. František Kaberle to Yannick Tremblay. His shot beats Cujo. It's 2-0 Thrashers. And at least power play. Matt Sundin to Igor Korolev. His blast beats Damian Rhodes. Thrashers lead cut to 2-1. And then Thrashers back on the power play. Steve Guala banks it off Dmitry Yushkevich. Thrashers up 3-1 in the second intermission. A couple other scores to pass your way. Canadians lead the Hurricane 2-1 late in the second period. Also late in the second, the Panthers ahead of the Islanders 2-1 in that game. Bure has his 48th goal of the season. This afternoon, the Bruins beat the Penguins 3-2. The Red Wings over the Avalanche 4-3. But Ray Bourque scored a goal to become the first defenseman to score 400 goals. Back to the game between St. FX and Lethbridge right after this.
I will talk louder and say exactly what I feel and whistle at all the cute boys in their pickups.
Kachowski called the timeout, but immediately went over to the timekeeper's bench to make sure that they were aware that it was a TV timeout. That's the zone that we were in, so the timeout is not charged against SFX, and that's crucial at this stage of the game. They don't burn a timeout there. 5-point lead, 2:25 to go. Can they hang on?
Well, momentum is with Lethbridge right now.
Paul gets it up, slapped away there from Balderson. And again, it's Knorr.
Great block by Fred Perry. He's done so many of the little things in this basketball game. Block shots, rebounds.
With a steal here from Balderson. Takes it in against Knorr, goes up. Didn't get it. Just does not have the touch.
Lethbridge tried to get a timeout in that situation. As Schroeder was reaching his hands across one another to make the signal for time, he continued to slide out of bounds. And that was the call that was made. Out of bounds on the Pronghorns. Right here, he goes for the timeout, but already his shoulders out of bounds.
SFX ball. Here's Knorr. And the foul. Knorr will go to the line.
Lethbridge foul, Ryan Hall.
Now, while foul shooting is important down the stretch of any game, neither team this afternoon or this evening has shot very well. St. FX at 61% from the free throw line. Lethbridge only 52%. But when the game is on the line,
a real drop for Lethbridge. I mean, they're normally 72% from the line.
And likewise, St. FX, a much better free throw shooting team than it displayed here tonight.
Usually around 66% during the regular season. 6-point lead for SFX. Under 2 minutes to go. For three. Timeout call by Lethbridge.
Lethbridge takes a 30-second
There's a lot of time left in this ball game. Dave Crook can get something done here. Only 2 possessions required to tie this basketball game. So Lethbridge still in it with 1:33.
Supporting him on North. Everybody else stay with what you got. Don't lose anybody. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Lots of time. We just got to be patient. See if we can get something. Let's run Humber next time. Humber next time. Look for Spencer coming off the first one. All right, Spence? We're looking for you. If not, look in right now. Hey, let's go, boys. Tough team. We're going to look in right. Come on.
6-point lead.
Good move by Dave Crook, taking a little bit of pressure off his senior leader, Danny Balderson, making the first option on the next offensive set for the Pronghorns, Spencer Holt. That means Balderson can relax a little bit. He may be the second option, may loosen him up at an important time in the ballgame here in the last minute and a half.
3 timeouts left for St. FX, 2 for Lethbridge. 6-point lead for St. Francis Xavier. Oh, Nor gave it away. Wild comes back, and he's double-teamed and fouled. Timeout. Pardon me, no foul on the play, just a timeout taken by Lethbridge.
When you're the pass receiver on offense against pressure defense, you have to move to the basketball. You can't stand still. The defense is active. You've got to move to the ball. Denny Oliver.
So Lethbridge with 1 timeout remaining after this.
Here we go.
Dave Crook, a great season.
Talks about offensive rebounding. He knows that Lethbridge may need more than 1 possession per, or more than 1 field goal attempt per possession. Get it off the offensive glass.
There's Holt. Holt looking for a lane. It's tough D though. Coming through is Hall. And another timeout called by Lethbridge. They take their last timeout. SFX has 3 remaining. Lethbridge with none remaining. 57.9 seconds to go. If you tuned in to watch the LPGA, hang in there. Coming up right after the game, the Standard Register Ping Open 3rd round action coming up right after the basketball game. You've been here before. Is there any magic speech you're giving to the team? It's pretty simple, isn't it?
Well, right now, if you're St. FX, you want to be in a situation where you don't foul and stop the clock. You want to make Lethbridge spend some time on the clock in order to get the field goal attempt off.
They work it into the paint. Great work by Schroeder.
Great work by the Pronghorns. High percentage shot deep inside the paint.
Folks, it's a 4-point game. Lethbridge are battling back. Don't count them out yet. Here's Croucher. He'll try to work that clock down. But aggressive defense. He'll chase him. Here's Nor.
Spreading the court out now is what the order of the day is for St. FX. 13 seconds on the clock.
Nor takes it in, gets the shot, and a big basket.
That was huge. What a clutch basket by Randy Nor.
No timeouts left for Lethbridge. 3-point attempt. Wouldn't fall. On the board, a foul call, no basket. And it will be SFX going to the line. A push called on Lethbridge.
Lethbridge foul, Chris Wild. His 3rd.
Look at Randy Nor right here. Penetrating, little fade away. Clutch jumper. Key point in the ball game. That could ice it. You got 18 seconds left. You got to wonder what's going through Danny Balderson's mind right now. With a brilliant university career for the University of Lethbridge, he could be down to the last 18 seconds. If Lethbridge cannot win this game, his career is over.
27 points for Nor. That falls short on the rebound. Drops through. 10.3 seconds to go. 5-point game. Nor's just going to try to run it around. He's fouled. So, you know, the killer, and the way this is unlike NBA, You foul the guy, they go to the line, you hope they miss, but then when you inbound the ball, it's from your end. You don't get to inbound it at half court like the NBA.
Well, in the NBA, you call a timeout in order to get an opportunity to inbound it from half court, but you're right, even with a timeout, you're going to inbound it the length of the floor. Randy Norr stepped into the foul line. He wanted that basketball in his hands. A courageous court leader. He knows if anybody goes to the foul line, he wants that responsibility. Doesn't convert, but supreme confidence is one of his characteristics.
Well, it's a two-possession game. They need 2 3-point plays. Here's one attempt. They don't get it. And Lethbridge, barring a miracle, will fall short. They foul. 1.2 seconds to go. The end of a great career. Danny Balderson watching the final few seconds of his brilliant 5-year CIAU career come to a close.
So many big moments for this player. Really been the heartblood of this team. Tremendous competitor, great student athlete, sensational season. But he's not going to have a chance to play for the national championship tomorrow.
And that'll do it. SFX off to the final. They will face Brandon for the national championship.
Real good sign. St. FX, no extraordinary celebration after this victory. Everybody poised, normal. Congratulations after the game, but they know they have more work to do. They weren't here to win this game. They're here to win tomorrow's game.
And Danny Balderson, CIAU Player of the Year, will not get a chance to go for the national title in his final game. SFX against Brandon, that's your matchup.
Your skills can get you on the squad. Your coach can make you a starter. Your fans can make you hustle.